Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap of Bad Boys Texas, episode 4. Stop the bus! Let's just say this episode, it was a lot of confrontations. But yeah, let's get into it. So as y'all know, it starts off with, the boys leaving the first club they went to. And you had Raspberry on top of the bus. And, they had a good time. They went home, got their rest, whatever. So now it's the next day. And today, come to find out, Banga was on the phone in his room talking to his grandmother, whatever. And then you got Jonathan walking. But before we get to that part, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. So basically, Banga, he still wants to fight Lou. Lou don't want to fight him. And everybody's just over it. And it's just like, let it go. So kind of find out Jonathan bought Banga some clothes because he felt as if he didn't have no drip or whatever. But he found out that Banga had an outfit that they was going to wear to that night's club that they was going to before they leave Houston. And he was like, oh, you got some drip? Okay. So Jonathan bought him like 2 outfits and a pair of Air Force Ones. And then he was like, Jonathan was like, before I became a hairstylist, I used to be a wardrobe stylist. So he already knew. So he got him a size 8.5 shoes. He didn't think they would fit, but he tried them on. They fit. And, they hugged it out. And he was just, and Banga was like, listen, that was just the most sweetest thing that anybody could ever done. Because, he's feeling like he don't belong. And it's like all this tension and all this other stuff. And everybody's just mad about him because he wants to fight Lou again. But then at the same point, everybody was like, listen, you don't fought this man 4 times. Like, when is enough is enough. But anyways, that was that. The rest of the boys, they all talked about the whole situation, how the club was lit last night. And then I think it was Rasby and Orlando. They was talking about how his, how he was at the club. He was having a good time, but he's like, he was just trying to keep it, PG because, he's married and he don't believe in all that other extramarital affairs that go on when people are married. But yeah, so he just played the cool and whatever. So after everybody hashed it out, Darrell started talking to them as well as Jonathan. But Darrell wanted to do Darrell's like the house mother. Like, he's always scheduling the meetings. So he wanted to schedule a house meeting so that they can get things in order, talk about the whole Banga situation. So they go inside after everybody done chopped it up with each other. Go inside to, I think, the living room or whatever, and then start talking. Then everybody was like, how Banga wanted to fight again. Everybody's just like, we're just over it. So at this point, they moved to the game room. Lou was like, he's not trying to fight, but he was like, if he wanted to fight, let's just go. So they started fighting. And then it got to the point where Banga was grabbing his hair, Lou's hair, and he ended up pulling out some dreads. Now, Lou is dumb tight, like, oh, no, let's go. Now Banga's like, nah, I don't want to fight no more. Like, listen, it is what it is. Because it's like, once him and Chef D fought, that's what it is. But you know what I actually like about the boys? They fight and they become best friends. Now, on the hand with the girls, they fight and they still mad. What are you still mad for? I thought you got your hits and like, let it go, sis. Let it go. Why I can't be like the dudes fight and then be chill? But whatever. They fought or whatever. Because at one point, Prince, he was just like, listen, you done fought this dude 4 times and you ain't win. So why you just won't let it go? Get these boxing gloves on so you can duke it out and call it quits. And Banga was just having it. So they ended up fighting with their hands, and that's when the security broke it up. And then now, they all was like, let's just get ready for tonight. So everybody get ready for the night to go out to the next club. I think it's Area 29. Mo City, he put them on to the place because that's his city. They had a good time, turned up, did their thing and whatnot. So now they got ready for that. So now it's the next day. Time for them to leave Houston. So they're packing up all their stuff. And yeah, they get on the bus. Because mind you, they got to take that ride. I don't think Houston is that far from Dallas. It's probably like, 2 or 3 hour drive? Not that bad. But anyways, they end up packing up all their stuff from that house, blowing out candles and whatnot. And then they get on the bus. Oh, I don't want to. Well, let me backtrack a little from the club. So they was all having a good time at the club. Everybody put on their best strip or whatever. Jonathan, one part, he got hot of being inside the club, and he went outside. He ended up challenging one of the securities to a run. It was like so funny to see. Like, Jonathan was lit, turned up for real, for real. So now he ends up back on the bus after they had their shenanigans. And I thought that somebody was going to fight there too, but I guess, it calmed down. So now we're back on the bus after everybody done packed up the house. And they get on the bus and they start talking about how things was going and stuff like that. Orlando told Chef D, like, sorry. Orlando told Chef D what Raspy and him said in confidence. And now Chef D is uptight and was like, what's all the issue for about Chef D and Prince now that they got some beef going on? Mind you, Chef D is trying to eat his food, whatever. So things get switched, go left. Orlando said some things to Raspy, and now Raspy was like, dang, now I can't even talk to my boy like this no more. Like, because now I know everything he say, he's going to bring it up that doesn't pertain to him. But whatever. Raspy said what he had to say. Next thing you know, Orlando was like, listen, I felt some type of way, so I'm just going to say what I say, and that's just what it is. So now Chef D's upset, like, why? What's with all the energy that's not necessary? So supposedly Chef D and Prince had something going on, but I guess they talked it out after the club incident or whatever. And Chef D, next thing you know, he walks up to Raspy. This is Raspy. This is Chef D. And Mo City was sitting right here, so Mo City moved. So now you just got this open opportunity of space. And next thing you know, Chef D said what he said. All you see was some hits flying, that plate fly, and you got security. Somehow another got in between them and broke it up. So now, mind you, this is why the bus is in motion. So now the bus is being pulled over. Stop the bus. And everybody is just like in disarray. Like, this is not what we came here to do. We got here to get this money. And y'all worry about fighting and acting like drama queens. Like, let the hurt go. Whatever. So that was that for this episode. Like, it wasn't that too much going on, but the fighting, hopefully everybody could come together. Oh, while on the bus, I think heading to the club, we backtracked one part. Big Lou and Banga hugged it out because Lou said to Banga, like, listen, we don't want you to feel as if you're an outcast and you're not included into this group. We're boys. That's just what we do. We're a brotherhood and all like that. Because at one point when they was having the fight, before they had the fight, after they had the fight, they wanted to kick Bang out of the group. And everybody was like, it was 50-50. Like, some wanted them to leave, some wanted to stay. Because then again, they don't want to get a chance to know new people. So they let them stay, that part. Yeah, so right now the bus is pulled over. And everybody's starting to fight everybody. Next, for next week's episode, it shows Banga and Orlando getting into it. I thought everything was cool between them. And then you got Chef D and Raz into it. It's just a whole bunch of chaos that ain't nobody planning on happening. But yeah, it happened. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Y'all stay tuned for next week's episode. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.